Bill Schneider here from Rapido Trains, Inc. I'm not normally one for statistics, but sometimes you can't ignore them. 39,000. That's how many H21 hoppers were built for the Pennsylvania Railroad. That's more cars in one class than the Nickel Plate, the Rock Island, or the Missouri Pacific had on their entire roster. 1 in 2 hopper cars on the Pennsylvania Railroad was an H21. So if you have 2 Pennsy hoppers on your layout, one of them needs to be an H21 if you're going to be prototypical. So Rapido's HO scale model of the H21 is all new tooling and comes in 2 different variations, the H21A and the H21E. The H21As were built between 1909 and 1914, and they originally featured K-brakes and vertical brake staffs on the end. And then the H21Es were rebuilt starting in 1948. There were 8,500 of those. That car has never been available in plastic or resin before. And those cars had power handbrakes, different stiffeners on the inside of the hopper and also along the top edge of the hopper. Visually a different car. Again, never been offered before. So let's take a look at the models. So here we have 2 of our hand-painted samples for the H21 and the H21E, just to point out a few of the differences. The H21A, if you look at the GLA hopper, which is also a Rapido model that we offered recently, the H21 is really little more than a longer version of the GLA. It's got the vertical brake staff, the Karmer cut levers, this prominent end sill, and interior bracing across the top inside. H21E, this fellow here, has the power handbrake on the end. It also has different bracing inside, and along the top of the side, it has a more prominent channel sill. Both the H21A and H21E roll on the Crown 70-ton trucks. This is a new tool for us. The H21A on the left, you can see, has the shorter reinforcing rib across the top. The H21E on the right has the longer reinforcing rib. Again, these cars have complete interior detail, separate wire grab irons, a full underbody detail, either K brakes or AB brakes installed is appropriate for the paint scheme. And speaking of paint schemes, we have the circle keystone, the shadow keystone, and the 1960s plain black with the white keystone. These cars lasted in service through the 1960s, and in fact, many continued after that in work train service and maintenance away. So the Pennsy H21 hoppers, these cars got everywhere. Nationwide and into Canada. They were used in regular coal service. They were also used for limestone, gravel, ore service, you name it, anything that could go into a hopper. From the 1930s to the 1960s, this is an essential car to have on your fleet. The order deadline is March 15th, coming up here just very shortly. So make sure your orders are in. And thank you. Now, where did I put that piece of strip wood I have?
Lunatics!